So it's very rare, again, Dave, that we have somebody in the podcast booth with us.
Who's hiding behind his microphone.
Yeah, hiding behind the microphone. So we've got Troy Wallace in here today, and this is a fantastic conversation that we had. And as our listeners know, we always end our conversation with takeaways. And I was just thinking, Troy should introduce this as a segment.
Yes.
So, Troy, are you up for this new segment?
Sure.
All I need you to say is something like, and now it's time for the Boiling Point takeaways.
And now it's time for the Boiling Point takeaways.
Bam.
Dang. So it's almost like this guy works in radio.
I know. He's a trainer or something.
So Dave, that was a very compelling discussion. What were some of your takeaways first? And I want you to hold the camera because for our listeners, hold it nice and tight.
Yeah.
We're actually videotaping these takeaways now. This is a brand new experience for us.
We got to get new lighting, man. It looks like I got bags of lights. Come on.
Jeez,
it's terrible. Many takeaways, but I like the idea of because I do a lot of sales, and really getting focused on what is it that the customer needs. How do we help them reach their goal instead of shifting it from what is my perspective and what's my agenda. Mm-hmm. And it's just a really good reminder, So that would be kind of an initial takeaway. We didn't touch on it, but I really like your mantra. I know nothing. And it's so. Well,
we touched on it a little bit.
Maybe we touched on it a little bit. It's so perfect in so many regards. I will leave it at that.
Okay, and I would say you kind of stole mine, Dave, a little bit, but
that's why I went first.
Yeah, no, I feel the message that we keep coming back to is the authenticity, and we're not trying to sell anymore. We're trying to create shared value, and that's a whole different way of looking at transactions. But that old way of selling has really created a nasty reputation for salespeople. And it's people like Troy that is reminding us that no, this is about service. The radio station is there to connect with the community, and the community is listening, which means there is an audience and a potential market for your business to advertise with. Mm-hmm. But they're not there trying to schlep airspace to you. They're trying to help you grow your business, and that's a different approach. And I'm glad we're going in that direction.
Why don't we, since we have Troy here, usually we do takeaways on our own.
I got it.
So we're going to put it on Troy and ask him. We're going to put him on the spot and ask him his takeaways.
Oh dear, what did I take away?
Your own takeaways.
That I have a face for radio, but not a voice. They never put me on the air. We'd lose the license because I do things like paradigm shits instead of ships. And I guess I can get away with that here. Yeah. That's my takeaway.
Awesome. Can you share the 3 T's? Because I think that was another takeaway.
It's all about truth and transparency first. And when you have those two, you can actually build trust with potential customers.
Bam.
As Dave Vale says, bam. That was great. Okay, so do our exit, Dave.
So I'm going to pass it to Greg to do the exit.
This is not a clunky. It's a little clunky, but this is our first time doing videotaping our takeaways at the same time. I'm really excited too, Dave, about...
What is it about videotaping that all of a sudden changes? And do we call this videotaping?
There's no tape inside it anymore, but same like film. Okay. When we were videotape, we had video cameras. We called it filming, but it's not film. There's no film in it. So it's okay.
Okay.
Something I am excited, we're going to have to close this off on, is with the Boiling Point process that we are packaging up as a digital course. We are also going to be packaging up our takeaways. We've had, well over 250 episodes so far. That means we've had well over 250 takeaways of nuggets. So Dave and I are excited to announce that coming up in the coming months, we will have
a well thought out
product, which is going to be a collection of our best takeaways. I think that there's so much value in these conversations we've been having, Dave. So We'll see you next week, my friend.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Boiling Point. Thanks for listening, and remember, keep that pot boiling.